So I was scrolling around on YouTube, as one does, and I happened perchance to stumble upon this video. I sound like plankton.
Felicitations, malefactors! I am endeavoring to misappropriate the formulary for the preparation of affordable comestibles!
Anyways, it reminded me of the first video I ever uploaded to my channel, so I thought I'd give it a react.
Well, there was a big change with one of Nintendo's characters the other day.
Look, it's JonTron. I thought they could have.
And all over the internet, people are voicing their opinions, as a lot of people are upset by this change, which is very hilarious to me.
Bitch, me too! The fuck?
Because I don't get it. But we are talking about Princess Peach, and specifically Princess Peach Showtime, the brand new Switch game coming out early next year. And as we've seen the trailers and we've seen the gameplay and it looks really cool, we've also got some really cool box art for it. And it shows Princess Peach in all her different transformations and her with her brand new partner Stella. But something happened recently. Yes, apparently Nintendo has updated the box art to include brand new versions of Peach's model, at least slightly different looks, which to me is simply just a change of her expression.
They changed a little bit of the structure of her face,
But the internet is in complete shambles.
which is what makes this whole ordeal so funny.
Look, I never thought I'd be making a video on Princess Peach's looks, but here we are.
People argue about looks, especially fictitious female characters, all the damn time. You should have seen the absolute controversy when, and get this, the character artists at Capcom gave cami skin tight leggings. You'd think someone drowned their respective goldfish the way people on the internet reacted. Also, we can't forget the infamous desexualization of Lola Bunny.
It was me, Barry. I made them draw Lola Bunny with fewer sexual features so that you wouldn't be horny.
But apparently, here's the thing. Princess Peach got a complete redesign, and pretty much a lot of the characters, if not every character, got a redesign for the brand new Super Mario Bros. Movie, and Princess Peach obviously looked a lot different.
I didn't like the redesigns by Illumination. I don't know, they just look a little off model or something.
And a lot of people hated her character portrayal in that movie because they felt like she wasn't her bubbly, peachy self. Instead, she tried to be very, what people called, masculine.
I have to disagree with you there. I think the writer stayed very true to Peach's character from the games. I think the marketing for the movie, like promos and the trailers, tricked a lot of people into thinking Peach was going to be this girl boss kind of character. And other than her being good at an obstacle course, in the actual movie, she's still plenty bubbly and a fun character.
I don't understand it. I just think she was being an independent Princess Peach, and that's fine.
At no point in the movie was Peach independent, though. She lives in a castle with the Toads, and she's basically with Mario for the majority of the movie.
Instead of being kidnapped and helpless every single time, I thought it was a cool change.
I mean, she does fight back a little bit, but she still does get kidnapped, and in the end, Mario and Luigi are the ones who save the day.
But a lot of people felt like it wasn't Princess Peach, and they tried to make a new character out of her already established one.
That's where I have to disagree with a lot of people. I enjoyed the way Illumination wrote her character in the movie. And I don't know if you can glean anything from this official Nintendo character description, but there's definitely more to her than meets the eye.
But anyways, her overall look changed. She had more expression and personality on her face a lot, and she just didn't give that bubbly, peachy vibe that the game normally showed.
He's a human! I mean, you are a human, right? Well, we have a long journey ahead of us. No one gets it right away. No way! Maybe I will.
And I can see that being a big difference. Of course, that is always Peach's mentality. She always had a lighthearted, bubbly personality in all the games and everything that she's appeared in. But at the same time, one thing that I could never stand about Peach is the fact that she just always felt like a bland character to me. It always felt like she had no emotions besides scared and happy. That was really about it. Maybe it's just me, and I know I could get a lot of hate for this, but I've always felt like Princess Peach was one of the most boring characters in the entire Mario universe. And it doesn't mean that she has to like have a complete personality change or something like that. Just, she needs to show something. I feel like her face is just always this, like, nothing. I mean, just take some of the other females and princesses within the Mario universe. I mean, Princess Daisy has so much personality.
All that you can really infer from Daisy's personality is in her character design.
And her voice, and her voice lines, and the way that she acts, and the way that she moves around the other characters, she seems original, and she actually has facial expression.
For all intents and purposes, she's basically just Peach in a yellow dress, and slightly more tomboyish. I'm not trying to be mean because I do like her as a character, but it's the truth.
Some might say, well, Rosalina's kind of like Peach, she has no emotion, but that's kind of her character. She's more laid back and she's more calm, and that's just who she is.
She did have the Galaxy Games to help define her as her own character.
Pauline's new identity still might be around singing that same freaking song, but at the same time, she has so much facial expression and emotion as she's singing. She has probably the most character, her and Daisy.
Pauline is barely a character. They gave her no development at all in Odyssey.
So finally getting a game where Princess Peach has emotion as she transforms herself into different things was really neat to see. Instead of having her same blank stare on her face. And honestly, I don't understand the complaints about Peach's change. I think it seriously is one of the best things that they could have done for her character model.
They could have done more. Like given her a new dress or a haircut or something.
Because I absolutely hate this look that she has on her original one. I can't explain it. It doesn't look like this much detail on her face, you know? I mean, seriously, Peach just has no facial features whatsoever. She just looks blocky. Everything just looks boring and basic with the way that she looks.
I don't know, I mean, her face is iconic. But I can see where you're coming from.
And they fixed it, and people are mad. Look, I know it's an animated Mario game, and it's not supposed to look realistic, but this makes her look more like a human, and gives her more features and details on her face, which I felt were heavily needed. I mean, her eyebrows used to be very small and hard to see, and now they're more defined, which to me is simply just a change of her expression. You can see that the shading on her cheeks and her bones of her chin and her nose actually looks more defined and shaded in as well. Is simply just a change of her expression. Her nose itself isn't that weird blocky triangle pyramid thing that she used to have. It's actually a more rounded out nose. Just a change of her expression. I mean, they just kind of fixed her up.
Which to me is simply just a change of her expression.
A lot of people are drawing comparisons to this new design of the Mario movie. Her eyes are more slanted downward and her eyebrows look very familiar.
So clearly they did more than just change her expression.
But overall, yeah, her design is matching that of the Mario movie a lot more, which I still don't see as a bad thing.
You and I don't see this as a bad thing, honestly. But that's not stopping a lot of people from being upset about this for some reason.
It wasn't just the regular Peach on the cover that changed, it was also the model with the Karate Peach on the right side of the cover as well.
I couldn't care less about this change.
Yeah, overall, I don't understand how people complain about this being a bad thing.
People complain about every fucking goddamn thing on the internet.
If anything, I think it's a positive for sure. It gives her more facial expressions and more character, which she, in my opinion, desperately needed.
Having more facial expressions does not mean you have more character, though.
Let me know in the comments down below if you think